Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Tony Bellew, James DeGale, Billy Joe Saunders, Liam Smith, Kell Brook, Ricky Burns, Anthony Crolla. The combinations, the quick feet, the mobility, Dave.
Yeah, I was speaking with Danny Vaughan, his trainer, earlier on today. They're very, very confident. But Danny, as a coach, he knows he's done all the work in the gym. They've worked, they've moved, they've used the skill, they've used the height, the reach, everything he needs to do in this. But once that bell goes, the trainer can't do anything. The fighter's got to implement that game plan. And, you know, we're seeing here, Casimero's actually getting up to him closer a little bit earlier than what I expected. I thought he'd take, look, another right hand. I was expecting it to be a little bit more comfortable early doors for Charlie.
Yeah, and Casimero throwing some big shots. He looks like he's looking to make an explosive statement right off the jump.
We're going to see a lot about Charlie Edwards tonight.
I wonder if he's looked at him and thought, this is a youngster. He's 23. He could be mistaken for 16 or 17, and maybe he feels he's a bit brittle and he can apply the pressure and he'll crumble. But Edwards, he's looked so far pretty tough for his slender physique. We'll find out more here as he tries to get the ring movement flowing. Edwards behind that jab. He's just stalking Casimero, closing down the distance, looking to hurt him early.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dave. I would like to see, once Charlie warms up, how he gets things going. Casimero's finding a trajectory on the right hand, but Charlie, for his own sake, at least has that left hand up.
Yeah.
He's been so confident, Charlie Edwards, since he took the challenge. He accepted it straight away. He watched a couple of rounds of Casimero and he thought, I can do this guy. He's a plodder. That's a tough start though for Edwards. Emerging trainers, we have Danny Vaughan, and he's reignited Charlie Edwards. Even after just a few fights, they've got a wonderfully close relationship over in Marbella, where Edwards has honed himself into top physical shape. He's never out of it really, but for this one he has to be spot on and so sharp to implement the game plan, and it's going to be hard against this champion, former light flyweight king, now the IBF flyweight holder, Riel CASIMERO, in his 26th outing, 22 wins, 14 knockouts. He's the power puncher in there, but is Edwards quicker?
You see how Charlie's still coming up just a little bit short with the jab. So I'd like to see him change the rhythm on that jab a little bit. Maybe touch with it sometimes. Don't always throw it so hard. And then see if you get a reaction out of Casimero. Maybe you can counter his counter off with that.
Toe-to-toe there. And Casimero trying to drag him in, Dave.
He's got to be careful in the exchanges, Charlie. He really has. He doesn't want to be hooking with this guy.
Exhibition. That was the idea from Team Edwards. Now he's got to implement it. Lost the first, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Danny Vaughan was right. He needs to feint a little bit more before he shoots that jab.
Should try to almost lure it out of him, and then get ready to counter it. You know that right hand's coming. You know he's going to shoot it. He's just looking for the moment. Maybe give him that moment. Give him the bait. Let him fall for it, and then counter with a big shot yourself when he throws the right hand. Because Charlie is a taller guy. He can pull on that right hand and counter back with his own left hook.
He's the taller guy, but he's struggling a lot to run that jab. He's not making use of his height.
Yeah, because he's throwing it the same speed. He's throwing that same speed jab. And he can really vary it with. He's got a nice jab. He should really be able to vary it.
Yeah, and I don't think Casimero's having to work hard to get in range to hit him, which you would hope that early doors, you know, Charlie would be making him work hard, use his leg.
Fighters like Derry Matthews, it's all happening out there in Danny Vaughan's gym. There's a real buzz amongst them. Some electricity and real belief. But has this come too soon? Does he know enough? Is he as experienced over the course of rounds, 3-minute professional rounds? Has he got enough in the bank to be able to somehow fathom a way to take this title, bring it back to Britain? Because Casimero has seen many different styles. He's that much further down the track, Paulie.
Yeah, he has. He seems the more relaxed of the two. Charlie seems to have a set game plan. It's about just executing it a little sharper. I mean, clearly the jab is part of the repertoire here, and it's part of the game plan. And I see him doubling up on it a little bit more as this third round starts, and that's part of the adjustments that I think he has to make.
See, this is better. He's using his feet to get out of the range and not give Casimero anything on return. Get your jab off. Look for something. If he's not there, then get your feet out of there.
using the body as well. Casimero, the first defence of the IBF 112-pound title that he won against the unbeaten Thaiamnat Ruanarong in Beijing. And before that he held the light flyweight crown. So he's been operating around world class for a few years now. And Edwards, well, he's only had those English flyweight title wins, good ones, against Lewis Norman and Phil Smith, then beating Luke Wilton, but it is such a leap up, you know, like Brooks doing later against Golovkin in levels.
Yeah, you've got to think about, you know, bridging fights and learning fights along the way. But, you know, it's refreshing to see kids that coming out of Team GB wanting to take a big step to test how good they are already. You know, but maybe sometimes you look at a video, you look at tape of fighters, and you don't think they're as good as what they are. They get in the ring and they read fights a little bit better. They're a little bit cuter, a little bit more difficult to tag. And I think Charlie expected to land more than what he is doing.
Have you found that through your career? I'm thinking about Miguel Cotto and so forth.
Yeah, of course. You know, there's certainly different levels, and you learn as you step your way up. But you also mentally know there are those different levels. So when you get in the ring with those guys and the fights are tougher, you kind of already expected it, so you don't panic. I don't really see Charlie panicking. I just feel like he has to believe in himself a little bit more. I think he has the sharper of the two guys as far as offense is concerned. I think he's a better boxer. He just has to believe in his speed a little bit more and really bring some other punches behind that jab, either more jabs or a right hand and a hook after it. As Casimero is wasting less energy, but he's making it count more when he throws.
Yep, some neat punches from Edwards, but those right hands, you can feel them more from Casimero. Eye-catching for the judges' day.
Eye-catching without a doubt, yeah. He looks like the guy that's putting the pressure on, making Edwards work harder than what he needs to be or wants to be doing.
Interesting one here for the IBF flyweight title. Big leap up, step up himself for Epsom's Charlie Edwards, the 23-year-old in only fight number 9, with just 3 knockouts. Debuted last year against this tough Filipino Riel CASIMERO, who's coming early. He's got a really big, strong team around him. Has
and fought all over the world, so he knows what it's like to have to make defenses on the road as well.
He's actually had to escape a riot too in the ring in Argentina when he beat Luis Alberto Lazare for the interim IBF light flyweight title. It all kicked off, and I think Sean Gibbons broke a couple of ribs in there. There was a big punch up. They were hiding under the canvas.
That's the thing, Adam. When you beat these fighters in their house, their fans aren't particularly happy about it.
This is probably why you're looking so relaxed here at the O2, because nothing like that's going to happen. So
big right hand again. He tries Casimero. And a tough upbringing as well. It was hard on the streets of Cebu City. And just started to dig in some body shots and really winging them.
You see,
big uppercut, and Edwards felt that. And that's a breakthrough there for Casimero. Just staggered Edwards, and now he knows he's in deep.
This is what I mean by Charlie has to settle down. He's too quick to want to use his legs for defense. Sometimes using the legs for defense isn't the option. Sometimes it's about closing up your defense, closing yourself up, making yourself a smaller target, and not using your legs. As he's trying to escape so much, Casimero's just doing less work and putting him in position to set him up for other offense.
This is what I like about Casimero. He's not rushed it. He seems to got a reaction out for a shot. He's not rushing it. He expects to knock this kid out. That's his mentality.
He's great methods of defense. There's your legs, there's moving your head, and then there's blocking and covering up. You know, Charlie's only showing the legs. He's not, and he's gonna have to settle down and start to catch shots or move his head and make Casimero miss right from there so he can counter him. You know, if you're always using your legs for defense, he's either gonna miss or he's gonna land, but you're not gonna be able to make him pay the way you need to pay, the way he needs to pay to lose some confidence. You gotta force Casimero to break his confidence.
He is cut though, Casimero, left eye. Well, there's something that's gone wrong for the champion, but not much.
They take it out. They could recover from the headshot. The body shots they hit in that round are going to stay with him.
Yeah, and I noticed in Casimero's corner, I don't understand Tagalog, but in Casimero's corner, they are showing with their movements about the body shots to go down to the body.
Obviously a tactic for Riel CASIMERO. An accidental head clash. calls that. Now we're into the 5th round. That will go to the scorecards, of which surely on yours, John Riel CASIMERO is way ahead.
You're way ahead, way ahead. The note that I just saw there, the first shot that CASIMERO came out and threw was the right hand to the body. And
that's the thing, Dave, right? When you got an opponent who keeps moving and using
flyweight that John Riel CASIMERO can fight, and he thought Charlie Edwards is a bit young, maybe he'll go for a European title next, but Charlie took it, and Danny Vaughan has got the belief that he can pull this off over the 12 rounds. But he's got a long, long way to go.
Right here, you want to see Charlie be first in these kind of moments, especially when CASIMERO misses. You got to initiate the offense right back.
That right hand again, just waiting for the counter.
When Edwards is stepping in with that jab, he's leaving his back foot a little bit far behind, just making it a little bit easier for him to get counter with that right hand.
You're going to have to make the adjustment and say, you know what, did I come here to not win the world title tonight, or am I going to take more chances? These jabs that he's shooting are terrific, but a lot of them are not landing the way they need to, and he's not following them up with anything substantial.
It is better, though, from Charlie Edwards doubling up the jab, but still he's dangerous, CASIMERO.
And that's the thing, if he can get away from not getting hit with right hands like that, he would win the round on controlling the distance, but CASIMERO works about 1/3 less, but then he'll land a big right hand here and there, and it'll match whatever Charlie's doing. Because Charlie can win the round on controlling the range if he doesn't allow himself to get hit.
And it's the 164th of a career that started in 2007 for John Riel CASIMERO, and this is only the 57th for Charlie Edwards. That's the difference.
Missing like this, and then Charlie's continuing to bury you with his jab, you're going to lose the rounds, and it's mathematics. You win more rounds than you lose, you win the fight.
You see, you look at CASIMERO, how he's loading up on every single shot. Surely as the fight goes on, if he keeps missing with these shots, he's going to get tired, he's going to get ragged. And then maybe that's where Charlie's fitness and youth and energy could take over.
You see, CASIMERO is starting to reach more to the body and go less to the head as he's missing more of those headshots.
Yeah.
Maybe
if you win it or not, he's going to improve.
Just a bit of reddening around the left ear of Charlie Edwards.
Another thing he did, in the corner they told him, go to your right, go away from his right hand. He did a good job.
He's flying at the moment. To bring somebody like Triple G over is amazing.
We even got Paulie Malignaggi to come.
You should have more big fights here. It seems like they're more appreciated by these fans, I'll tell you.
Better from Charlie Edwards?
Yes, better last round. Again, good instruction from the corner. Bring out the more of the right hand. Go to his own right, which would take him away from the CASIMERO right hand. And CASIMERO, dare I say, for the first time, looked a little befuddled that round.
Oh. Good right hand to the head, though. We'll watch the leaky defense. Edwards, is he going to take risks? Is he going to get back behind that jab?
And he's getting it now. Why? Both times he got hit with right hands this round, he was going to his left. He's got to make an adjustment to go to his right. Last round he did a great job of that.
See, the last 2 rounds I've actually given Charlie the last 2 rounds because he's implemented what Danny's been wanting him to do. He has kept away from that right hand and he has stuck to his boxing and picked his spots. This round he started off going back to his left, like Paulie says, and he's getting caught with these. He needs to get back to his game plan.
CASIMERO did lose to Amnet Ruarong in June last year, but apart from that, recent form has been knockout form. A win in 11, a win in 1, in 2, in 4. That's the power that he has, and he hasn't taken Edwards out early, but he might feel.
That's a good little body shot.
He's going to be told to keep them up here, CASIMERO. He had a warning a little bit of time ago by Steve Gray, but he's starting to just get through, and Edwards felt that. Oh, big shots here from CASIMERO, and Charlie Edwards has to hold on and cling. And has he got the experience and knowledge and know how to do it?
He keeps ducking the same way. CASIMERO knows he keeps throwing the uppercut. Charlie has to make an adjustment in the way he's slipping that shot.
Inside the last 30 of the 7th round, he was doing better in the last couple of sessions, Edwards.
Or at least if he's going to duck that way, put his hand in front of his face, palm down, so you catch the uppercut.
Was that inexperience, Dave?
Yeah, 8 fights. You don't learn these sort of things until it comes to fight a situation like this, you know?
You're gonna duck that way, hand in front of your face, palm facing the floor, open glove, and what happens? You'll catch the uppercut at least.
Big hooks going in from Casimero, who feels he's more powerful, stronger, and in charge. And look at that.
Always to the right hand. So if Charlie can escape going to his own right instead of hitting his own left, I mean, almost all of the sustained offense from Casimero is with the right hand, be it the overhand right or the uppercut.
Even the body shots are all right hands.
Yeah, even the body shots, you're right.
5 rounds to go in this IBF flyweight title. Judges Michael Alexander just in front of us from Britain, Glenn Hamada from the USA, Danrek Taptadown from the Philippines. I wonder how they're seeing things. They might not be needed if this ferocious attack from Casimero continues. He wants the knockout here.
He's really going for it. He's really going for it. Charlie's just got to frustrate him this round and not give him anything this round. Don't let him
this round.
As the body shot again. Shown a decent chin here, as you said earlier, Dave, Charlie Edwards, but can he take sustained punishment in a hard 12-round fight? These are questions, aren't they, as you get towards the championship rounds? Jim Watt used to tell me there's often a round that makes the difference. Could this be the one?
Yeah, that's quite possible.
And in the amateur ring and in the young pros, but this is real and this is world championship level, and it is tough, Paulie. You've been there so many times.
Yeah, and Charlie now is using his legs and just trying to escape.
This is getting tough. This is getting really tough for Charlie.
You wonder if Casimero is going to beat the willingness to win out of Charlie, or if he's going to try to survive, or is he going to continue to try to win? It's not an easy decision when the fight becomes this difficult.
Really good chin. They're just not ruffled at all in Casimero's corner. They're expecting to stop Charlie.
Feliciano Agabogo in the corner with Jason Casimero, John Riel's brother.
Once again, I like the instructions in the corner from Danny Vaughn, though. Keep that left hand up and use your right uppercut, left hook when he comes in, when he flies in. And what does that mean? Casimero comes in with wide over the top right hand. So
camaraderie in that blue corner.
And notice Casimero cutting the ring off, making Edwards work 2 or 3 times as hard. Everybody's convinced that Casimero will tire and Edwards won't in the Edwards corner, but Casimero's the one saving his energy. Nice round, Dave. His confidence is knocked out. He's going into flight every round. He's moving way too much now. I call that going into flight. He's almost in flight mode, and you can't set up any sustained offense when you're in flight mode.
And we're already in round number 10. 9 minutes to go. Dave, Paulie, how are you seeing it on the cards? The 3 judges, obviously what matters, but what's your feeling at the moment?
I've got it wide for Casimero.
Yeah, I've got Casimero way ahead. I think Charlie needs a big finish for this fight, and I like how he's holding his ground. At least he started the round holding his ground. You got to make the decision here. What are you going to do? You're going to go for it, or are you going to settle with the points loss?
Good right hand from Edwards.
Nice right hand.
Yeah, lovely shot there.
And a little push for good measure on the break. He's still got that mean streak in him.
There has been signs from Edwards. Were the team, Dave, right to take the opportunity here, or would you have waited, say, a year or 2?
Adam, he's not disgraced himself. He's shown a lot of character in this fight, and it's a fight that's going to bring him on. People are too afraid to lose their unbeaten record. If you're going to get beat, you might as well get beat in a world title fight, you know? And like I said...
I think that's a good point. Paulie, agree?
Yeah, it was worth taking a shot, especially at this weight class. You know, the guys tend to get title shots a little earlier in this weight class. So, you know, even if you lose, you're not going to disgrace yourself, especially the way Charlie's been competitive and trying every round.
Well, let's be honest, there's not as many of you, are there, Dave? You struggled when you were in that division.
When I boxed way back, there was about 26 fighters in Britain. Now,
beautiful shot.
Walked into it.
Straight into it. And he's hurt badly here, Charlie Edwards. He's going to do very well to recover. He's brave. He gets to his feet. His legs have gone. He's being asked to walk forward. Steve Gray's giving him every opportunity. Every opportunity. Casimero wants to get on with it. There's over a minute left.
He's got to hold.
Does he have the experience to hold? Can he recover from that? I don't think so. Steve Gray holds it. It is over. John fight, guys. But Casimero, take your hat off to him.
This is a very good world champion, Adam. Take your hat off to him is right.
Paulie, I'm really impressed with him. He's come over here, he was comfortable, he was laid back, he never rushed anything. Even when he got Charlie in trouble earlier on in the fight, he didn't...
He wanted it so badly. and he tried everything. That left hook, though.
You hook with a hooker, right? Well, what they say, don't hook with a hooker.
Don't hook with a hooker. You know, the thing is, he got up. He still got up from that shot. That shows, you know, what kind of kid this is. You know, he's had a rough few rounds, but he's got nailed, and he's still got up trying to win this fight. I take my hat off to him. He'll come again. This will do him the world of good. There's a lot of things to learn in, experience, and he will come again.
Terrific character from Charlie Edwards. Education may be a painful one tonight, but he took that opportunity, and you've got to say that Riel CASIMERO did his job as champion.
He fought with his heart on his sleeve all night. Charlie did. CASIMERO is a tough veteran world champion. It is not always that we win our first world title shots, but it doesn't mean you're not going to come back and win a world title again.
Look at these shots. You know, he's a good finisher, CASIMERO.
He is. I would have loved to see Charlie hold, but as Adam said, he just doesn't have the
Yeah.
experience to think of it.
Yeah. You know, when you're young, you're full of bravado. You know, you don't want to hold, you know, on this stage.
And you know what it is, too, Adam, Dave, you know what the weird thing is, guys? In the gym, you prepare only to win.